If it makes you feel uncomfortable for making others feel uncomfortable about making you feel uncomfortable, that is your work. Get comfortable making others back up who make you uncomfortable. So this is the first of what I believe is going to be a series because there are so many questions that are being asked or more elaboration that can indeed happen. And so I've decided that this is a great way to expound upon ideas that are never ending for me that I tend to post on TikTok. So this, I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to call this series. If you know, then it's based on what I just told you, then I am open to your ideas. Tell me what to call it below because I'll probably be doing them daily. I get so many questions and want to be able to respond to them. And I think this is a great way. So that video came it just kind of hit me. And that's usually how I do my TikToks. I don't plan anything out. When things hit me, I'm hoping I'm decent enough to go on camera because I do a lot of chilling. And then I just turn on the camera and go for what I know. This is an opportunity to dig a little deeper. On that, now, because I just do things a spur of the moment, I also have to go back and see what I said. So what I said in that video is a bit of a riddle, right? If it makes you feel uncomfortable from making others feel uncomfortable, you're uncomfortable from making others feel uncomfortable. If it makes you feel uncomfortable from making others feel uncomfortable about making you feel uncomfortable, then that is your work. We all came here to work on things. I keep telling you, I'll never stop. This is life school. Life is not supposed to be so easy. Life is not, like you didn't come here, you came here knowing who you were, and then some people conditioned you into some other things, but you never forgot who you are. And it's why when people listen to what is your priority, which is my system, things resonate for them because they're like, yeah, this is me. And then when you go a little further and start to understand the difference between temperament and personality, then you can start to see who you are naturally and how personality was formed through conditioning in order to reinforce some things that you are naturally, positively, negatively, or horribly, or fantastically. Okay? So that's it. You got to know what you're working with though. What is your base? You've got a baseline. We all have a baseline. So if it makes you uncomfortable for making others feel uncomfortable about making you feel uncomfortable, then your work is to understand what that natural tendency is, that natural wiring that makes you feel uncomfortable addressing others. You're probably naturally blue zoned and probably people oriented, have some people orientation in there, in that wiring, that you don't want to hurt people. You want to be accepted. You are a people pleaser. And if you know that about yourself, then it is in your best interest to understand how that works against you. And if you don't stand up for yourself, if you don't stop people in their tracks when they cross a line, if you don't have a line, because many people-oriented people don't have a line. And you don't have to be, maybe this is just one of the traits. You can be of any of the four temperamental breakdowns that I give. I have red zone, blue zone. In the red zone, there's idea orientation and goal zone and goal orientation. In the blue zone, there is people orientation and task orientation. So you can be of any of those and have a trait that makes it difficult for you to stop people in there and when they are pushing you or making you feel uncomfortable. Wherever it is, you need to understand that you've got it and that your work here in this life school is to develop that area enough that you can live as comfortably and freely as everybody else. Of course, you've got to know that you deserve that as much as anybody else as well. But to be beating up on yourself because others are beating up on you, you are working against yourself. Don't ever be your own worst enemy, and that is the case for too many people. So, if it makes you uncomfortable, if it makes you feel uncomfortable for making others feel uncomfortable about making you feel uncomfortable, then that is your work. You have to get comfortable making others back up who make you feel uncomfortable. Now, let me tell you something about people who have a natural red zone wiring. People who have a natural red zone wiring, who just know what they want, they're extroverted, they tell you, they don't have any problems expressing themselves. If you, and I wrote this down, they take compliance as consent. And the more you comply, the more there's some conditioning both ways. They are conditioning you to comply, and you are conditioning them that you will comply. Okay, I'm going to pause for a minute, because sometimes you need that moment. Because that's where victims come from. That's victim mentality. It's victim mentality. Somebody may victimize you the first time, and as somebody who is blue zone and is a people pleaser, you will probably need a couple times for it to feel uncomfortable enough for you to go, okay, I'm not really feeling this. Listen, don't beat yourself up for the first time. You may be victimized the first time, but when it's repeated, you've taken on a victim consciousness because you've not developed to the point of drawing the line. I'm going to take a little coffee. And a whole lot of people are making a whole lot of money on you because you are not honoring your natural wiring, and you're failing to do the work that you came here to do. You signed up to come here to do that work. You came here to work that out and to get better about it in this lifetime. Because none of us knows what is real about beyond this lifetime. None of us. A whole lot of folk walking around acting like they do. But you get to choose what that is for you. For me, and I've had listen, when it comes to trying to understand the spiritual things, I have had a hell of a journey, let me tell you, including a certified minister in Pentecostal Christianity. That's behind me now. That is not what I believe. Let me tell you something. Spirituality for me is extremely simple. And I'll continue to say this too, because it may be new to somebody. And you get to choose whatever yours is. Spirituality to me is energy. And whatever you focus on expands. If you are blue zone and you think people take advantage of you and you continue to focus on that and you consider yourself a victim, that thing will continue to expand. But the moment you own who you are naturally as a gift, the gift that it is, because being people oriented and being able to empathize with people, which by the way does not just make you an empath, okay? Anyway, that's another subject for another day. I didn't say you're not. I said it doesn't automatically make one an empath. Most people who declare they're empaths are just people oriented. Now, I got videos teaching you this. I'm giving away my system. I've been charging people for this for 20 years, and I've given it away, okay? Go learn. Go learn. Go learn. All right? So it's your work. This next clip was an outtake that I decided to put back in so that you can understand why it is that I came to this work, why I do this work, and so that you can understand why it is so important for you too to understand it. So temperament is not a new idea, y'all. It's the first way that psychology was actually explained to understand how we differ, and we got so far away from it that it's the only thing that makes sense to me, and I've never been able to shake it since I first came upon it in college. Notice I didn't say I learned it in college. I came across it in college. I have a psychology degree, and they never taught me any parts of it. Another subject for another day. Your work is to start to establish boundaries for people who won't just automatically respect your difference. Because just like you don't understand this, you didn't understand this until now, red zone folk don't understand this either. And we just give them labels of bully and narcissist. Hell. Okay, that's it for today. This is something that, quite frankly, you don't even understand how much I'm going to enjoy this series. I don't know what to call it. But if you enjoyed this, subscribe, comment, and share it. All right? And then tell me what to call this thing, because I've got to start, creating playlists. I've got enough videos now that I've got to start creating playlists, and I need to be able to put this in a category of something. I don't know what to call it, but I'm going to be doing it daily. I'm glad you're here. Hey, listen, it is your life. Choose it just as it is. Own it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Change it. As long as you can breathe and learn, it can get better. Bye for now.